Hello, you made it to the third video. It's going, well, I said last time it was going to be shorter, but I think I mean it this time because I am going to go to school today and get some things. And here's someone you might know. She's here today. She was mad I made the video without her yesterday. You wondered why it was so quiet and my hair wasn't in several different bows. You're making that sway. So I'm going to read to you just a little bit, but I really need to get to school to get some things together for you. I heard yesterday they delivered your lunches. That's awesome. It's like delivery service to you. So if you didn't know that, you can go get your lunches. That's pretty neat. They'll bring them right to you. You don't even have to go to school, but you can. It's going to be lonely in the classroom today without you. I'm going to, well, like I said, get things ready for you and take a lot of stuff home, including Monster. Oh my gosh, where am I going to put that big plant? And then the other big guy plant. Whew, my house is full of plants. I'll give you a tour sometime. Nora really, really, really wants you to see Molly. So before, at the end of the video, well, you can say hi to Molly. And whew, I bet your living room looks like mine. It's a mess. We've got Monopoly going, cups of tea, it's a mess. So be ready for that. And Mr. Burkhart is started working from home today too. So we have a busy house like I'm sure you do. And we're all in this together. And what, Nora?
My dad is working in Noah's room because he doesn't have anywhere to work, so now we can't play in Noah's room.
Yep, he's commandeered Noah's bedroom for his office. Lucky Noah. Okay. So, the one and only Ivan. Wondering if you made your bookmarks yesterday. Hope so. If not, you can today, or you can make more. And again, that's by Catherine Applegate. Boop. Shapes and Clouds. And my children are going to sit down.
Can I go?
Sit down. Thank you.
I don't want to listen.
Shapes in Clouds. I think I've always been an artist. Even as a baby, still clinging to my mother, I had an artist's eye. I saw shapes in the clouds, in the sculptures, in the tumbled stones at the bottom of a stream. I grabbed at colors, the crimson flower just out of reach, the ebony bird streaking past. I don't remember much about my early life, but I do remember this. Whenever I got a chance, I would dip my fingers into the cool mud and use my mother's back as a canvas. She was a patient soul, my mother. Next is called Imagination. Someday, I hope I can draw the way Julia draws, imagining worlds that don't exist yet. I know what most humans think. They think gorillas don't have imaginations. They think we don't remember our pasts or ponder our futures. Come to think of it, I suppose they have a point. Mostly, I think about what is, not what could be. I've learned not to get my hopes up. Oh, sad. The loneliest gorilla in the world. When the Big Top Mall was first built, it smelled of new paint and fresh hay, and humans came to visit every morning till night. They drifted past my domain like logs on a lazy river. Lately, a day might go by without a single visitor. Max says he's worried. He says I'm not cute anymore. He says, Ivan, you've lost your magic, old guy. You used to be a hit. It's true that some of my visitors don't linger the way they used to. They stare through the glass, they cluck their tongues, they frown while I watch my TV. He looks lonely, they say. Not long ago, a little boy stood before my glass, tears streaming down his smooth red cheeks. He must be the loneliest gorilla in the world, he said, clutching his mother's hand. Times like that, I wish humans could understand me the way I understand them. It's not so bad, I wanted to tell the little boy. With enough time, you can get used to almost anything. Next chapter is called TV. I forgot to tell you what page I was on when I started. Right now, TV is on page 23, if you're reading along. My visitors are often surprised when they see the TV Mac puts in my domain. They seem to find it odd that the sight of a gorilla staring at tiny humans in a box. Sometimes I wonder, though, isn't the way they stare at me sitting in my tiny box just as strange? My TV is old. It didn't always work, and sometimes days will go by before anyone remembers to turn it on. I'll watch anything, but I'm particularly fond of cartoons and their bright jungle colors. I especially enjoy it when someone slips on a banana peel. Bob, my dog friend, loves TV almost as much as I do. He prefers to watch professional bowling and cat food commercials. Bob and I have seen many romance movies too. In romance, there is hugging and sometimes face licking. Ew. I've yet to see a single romance starring a gorilla. We also enjoy old Western movies. In a Western, someone always says, "This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Sheriff." In a Western, you can tell who the good guys are and who the bad guys are, and the good guys always win. Bob says Westerns are nothing like real life. The Nature Show. I've been in my domain for 9,855 days. I want you math kiddos to figure out how long that is. Alone. For a while, when I was young and foolish, I thought I was the last gorilla on Earth. I tried not to dwell on it. Still, it's hard to stay upbeat when you think there are no more of you. Then one night, after I watched a movie about men in black hats with guns and feeble-minded horses, a different show came on. It was not a cartoon, not a romance, not a Western. I saw a lush forest. I heard birds murmuring. The grass moved. The trees rustled. Then I saw him. He was a bit threadbare and scrawny and not as good looking as I am, to be honest. But sure enough, he was a gorilla. As suddenly as he appeared, the gorilla vanished, and in his place was a scruffy white animal called, I learned, a polar bear, and then a chubby water creature called a manatee, and then another animal and another. All night I sat wondering about the gorilla I'd glimpsed. Where did he live? Would he ever come to visit? If there was somewhere, if there was a he somewhere, could there be a she as well? Or was it just the two of us in the world, trapped in our own separate boxes? Okay, last chapter. I could read to you forever, but I have to get to work. Stop distracting me. Stella. Oh, I love Stella. Stella says she is sure I will see another real-life gorilla someday, and I believe her because she is even older than I am and has eyes like black stars and knows more than I will ever know. Stella is a mountain. Next to her, I'm a rock. And Bob is a grain of sand. Every night, when the stores close and the moon washes the world with milky light, Stella and I talk. We don't have much in common, but we have enough. We are huge and alone. We both love yogurt raisins. Sometimes Stella tells stories of her childhood, of leafy canopies hidden by mist and the busy songs of flowing water. Unlike me, she recalls every detail of her past. Stella loves the moon with its untroubled smile. I love the feel of the sun on my belly. She says, "It is quite a belly, my friend." And I say, "Thank you, and so is yours." We talk, but not too much. Elephants, like gorillas, do not waste words. Stella used to perform in a large and famous circus, and she still does some of those tricks for our show. During one stunt, Stella stands on her hind legs while Snickers jumps on her head. It's hard hard to stand on your hind legs when you weigh more than 40 men. Remember, she's that elephant. If you are a circus elephant and you stand on your hind legs while a dog jumps on your head, you get a treat. If you do not, the claw stick comes swinging. Elephants hide as thick as bark on an ancient tree, but a claw stick can pierce like a leaf. Once Stella saw a trainer hit a bull elephant with a claw stick. A bull is like a silverback, noble, contained, calm like a cobra is calm. When the claw stick caught the bull's flesh, he tossed the trainer into the air with his tusk. The man flew, Stella said, like an ugly bird. She never saw the bull again. So I'm going to stop there and remind you that this story can get sad and it's very happy. I think you'll like it. Well, you've distracted me enough. Oh, it's even longer than my last ones, my previous videos, but I miss you tons. What else can the kids do today to stay busy, you guys? I bet you've all made a fort already. Have you made a fort? Oh, Noah suggests you do the packets that I sent home, which is definitely my suggestion. If you haven't done those, there's lots to keep you busy there. Lots of that math. You are all so good at math, and you're getting so much better. And you can do every problem that's on there, especially the story problems. Just think about them really hard. Think about all the things that I've taught you and that you know, and trust yourself. You know how to do the multiplication. You don't need anything or anyone to help you. You know more than you think you do. Okay, I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to create some cool stuff for you for next week. All right, until next time, bye-bye.